Hello, everyone. We are jumping on for my self-publishing Q&A live series where we go over my 52 weeks worth of strategies to write, publish, and sell your book in a year in 52 weeks. Happy New Year's Eve. We are officially at week 52 out of the 52-week schedule. And this week we are focusing on uploading our files and ordering our proofs. So welcome to the last week. It's been a wild ride, right? So I hope you celebrate. I hope you recognize all of the small victories that you've had throughout the year. This week, we're going to focus on getting those final formatted files to your publishing platform, as well as ordering your proofs. But it's possible that you may be looking for more action items to keep yourself occupied as you wait for the official publication date. Don't worry, I'm going to give you a list of things to do after week 52. I'll be doing that video next. But for now, let's make sure that you have all of the necessary elements so that we can make sure all of our boxes are checked. First and foremost, you need to start the process of uploading your files. And I'm specifically going to provide instructions for Ingram Spark, since that is the wide distribution publishing platform that I usually recommend to people. It's the one that I use. Many authors across the world use it. So I recommend reaching out to your formatter or your platform's help desk if you went with a different distribution vehicle. There are tons of YouTube how-to videos out there. There are tons of advice and tutorials available to you, so use the tools at your disposal. For Ingram Spark, you are going to start on your account's dashboard and scroll down to the Upload a Title section, and then pick your poison. You're either doing print and ebook, you're doing print book only, or ebook only. I've found over the years that it's actually a lot easier to do a single print book and a single ebook instead of doing them together, because the cover images that you upload for those have different requirements based on whether it's a physical print copy or the ebook cover copy. And so it's much easier to get the platform to work with you when it comes to your cover files if you do a print cover file and an ebook cover file as separate Upload a Title projects, right? So once you click through, it's going to ask you, do you have your files ready to upload? You're going to choose the option B, which is, no, I would like to see the available options for creating files. Then you'll select Use Ingram Spark's book building tool under How would you like to create your files? This way you can see what your options are for things like formatting covers and barcodes. You want to make sure that you can see how all of those elements are going to turn out visually, both interior and exterior for the books. And so instead of just uploading your files blindly, we're still going to upload our files, but we're going to make sure that they look right as we're uploading them. Input all of the requested information that it asks for in the form provided, and don't rush this process. There are a lot of minor details that you need to pay attention to as you are giving the publishing platform the information about your book. There's metadata, there's genres, there's keywords, there's descriptions, there's table of contents, there's reviews, there's contributors, there's all kinds of different things that you need to put into the form. Each part has very, very specific questions. Make sure that you click those little question mark bubbles when you are looking at a certain section, because that will often give you very helpful information for how to answer that specific question that they're asking. And you can check out a YouTube playlist by MK Williams. She has a great Ingram Sparks uploading playlist that is very helpful if you're looking for specific items. Then you're going to click the Book Building Tool button at the bottom of the page to continue. And I recommend going over the tips, suggestions, and overview video that Ingram Spark provides. It can get a bit tricky. This back-end platform user experience is a bit clunky and archaic, so be patient. This is going to take you several hours to complete. Make sure that you have the time, make sure that you have the space, make sure that you are mentally and emotionally prepared to fight with the technology. The only point throughout the year where I feel like throwing my computer out the window is when I'm fighting with Ingram Spark's book building tool. But if you stay patient, do what you need to do, and take your time, it's worth it. So first, provide them with the relevant book details like trim size, binding type, colors, paper type, and cover finish. Then select proceed to interior. Because you've already had the interior formatted, those are your final formatted files. You're going to look at the left-hand menu on my screen. I think it would be over here, where it says layouts, uploads, gallery, and preview. Select uploads, and then upload those relevant files that you received from your formatter. If you're doing a hardback or a paperback, this is going to be a docs file or a PDF file. If you're doing an ebook, it's going to be an EPUB file. Make sure that you section in that menu that's above the left-hand menu. Again, you're going to upload those final files that are sent by your cover designer. Then you will go back to title information once you have finished that. That's at the top of the page to continue filling out the forms about the details about the books. Set up the pricing for your books, and then go back to the book building tool to preview all of your files, the interior, the exterior, with the edit my files button at the bottom of the form pages. You will need to select both the interior and the cover buttons respectively at the top of the left-hand menu in order to access the preview option. Preview every single page and double check the cover very carefully to catch any mistakes. This is where you want to be very, very nitpicky and detail oriented. Again, do not rush this process. If things aren't looking right, don't be afraid to ask your formatter or cover designer to help you. They have experience. That's why we hired experienced, trusted professionals to begin with, because they are going to be your allies in uploading the right files, making sure that the files are looking the way that you want them to, and helping you with all of those nitpicky details. It's worth taking the time at this stage instead of waiting after the files are approved by the publishing platform. You want to make sure that every step is carefully considered at this stage in the process. Once everything is looking good, select the icon for Approve My Book in the upper right-hand corner of the book building tool. You have to select the I approve checkbox for the book info, the interior, and the cover before you can send it all over to Ingram Spark. You will then be asked to see if you want to have some marketing services along with the launch of the official publication date that you've selected for yourself. These are optional, but I do highly recommend going with the Book Life and the Publishers Weekly marketing offerings. They are super helpful. It's the reason why my book has been sold in 6 countries. There are iPage listings, there's Book Life book reviews. It's up to you whether you want to pay for these, but I will be discussing the pros and cons of paid reviews like Book Life as part of the optional steps after week 52. It should only take a few days for the files to be approved by Ingram Spark, and they will send you an e-proof to approve before they allow you to order those physical proofs for the hardback and the paperback. Once you approve the e-proof, and again, look through every single page of the e-proof, look at the cover, look at the interior, look at the details before you approve the e-proof, then head back to your Ingram Spark dashboard and select Orders from the left-hand menu. Choose the book you want to order a physical proof of, and then click Add Items to Order. I highly recommend using the Express or Rush service, as well as the residential ground or 2-day shipping for this proof order. This means that your order is going to be printed and processed, expedited, and shipped sooner rather than later so that you can have a quicker turnaround for those physical proofs in the weeks leading up to your official publication date. You don't want to be stuck waiting on those physical proofs to ship to you as that countdown to the official publication date looms closer and closer. So choose the expedited printing service and the expedited shipping service to make sure that you are doing things in a timely manner and you're not stressing yourself out waiting for things to arrive. Submit the order for the physical proofs and then wait for your beautiful book baby to show up at your doorstep. And that's it. So your exercise for this week is to upload your book files to your chosen publishing platform using their guidelines and instructions. Make sure to reach out to your formatter or your cover designer if you run into issues, and then order the physical proofs that will then be delivered to you in the next week or so if you choose the expedited printing service and the expedited shipping services as well. So I will be jumping on here really quickly to do the conclusion with those extra steps, so stay tuned for that. If you want to join me in the new year for a new version of this 52-week schedule, I'm going to be doing the lives on Substack in 2026, but there will be clips still uploaded to YouTube for all of my YouTube viewers as well. Take care and happy New Year's, everyone.